This is Adam Ellick reporting from Nangarhar Province, Afghanistan. A refugee crisis is tearing apart lives at Chamtala camp near the Pakistan border. Under this beige veil is a 35-year-old mother on the brink of desperation. Khwaga has 11 children. Her 10-year-old son suffers from polio.
Look at all these children, these small kids. We don't have a roof over our heads. The weather is also very cold here. Our savings have now run out. We have no hope other than God.
Khwaga and her family are among 3.5 million Afghans who have voluntarily returned from Pakistan since the Taliban fell 7 years ago. The wealthy came back first, anxious to reclaim their land. But 2008 marks the return of the poorest refugees, almost 300,000 of them, most without land or family to return to. In November, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Antonio Guterres of Portugal, visited Chamtala.
These are the poorest of the poor, the most vulnerable of the vulnerable. We that live in normal houses, that live in countries that are spending billions of dollars to rescue their financial systems, we need to understand that if we are not able to rescue and to guarantee them a dignified life, then nothing makes sense.
International aid groups have provided makeshift homes and water, but the region has 4 other camps like Chamtala, and there is not enough food, medical care, and shelter to protect against the winter chill. Life wasn't always so dire for these refugees. For decades in Pakistan, they lived in bustling camps that were so large they seemed more like towns. But Pakistan closed 2 camps in the past 18 months. Government officials said the camps were sanctuaries for Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. The closures and Pakistan's crumbling economy sent nearly 300,000 refugees back home. There is little room for these returnees in cities like Kabul, where the population has tripled in recent years. And more rural parts of the country remain unsafe for return. The result? 60% of this year's returnees are stuck in the inhospitable eastern desert. Chamtala is a 40-minute drive from civilization. 3 daily buses serve 4,000 families. And on this day, the only passing vehicles were not offering rides. Abdul Wahab, a village elder, had a large and comfortable house in Pakistan. Now he lives in a tent.
The government is proceeding very slowly, cheating us, stringing us along day by day. We'll build homes for you. We'll give you tents and plastic sheets. But so far, in 8 months, nothing.
At an international refugee conference in Kabul, the Afghan government has requested millions of dollars from donor countries, but the funds won't arrive until the spring. 7 years into Afghanistan's reconstruction, the country still lacks the money and the capacity to absorb its own people.
The weather is getting cold, so the government should accelerate the building of the homes. As you know, it's impossible to live under these tents.
We are in a country where we have an administration that is still, I would say, very inefficient in many aspects. There are corruption problems, and the government recognizes that.
Mr. Wahab, the village elder, has not given up hope.
This is the first day they came here, asking about the fate of our people.
Over the years, other camps have gradually improved. This camp is 3 years old. It has a school and a clinic, and signs of new progress. But for the poorest returnees, a mild winter may be their only hope.